What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. So today I've got a Freightliner 2011-2012 DD13, and you always know it's a DD13 by the EGR cooler. It's got that weird rectangular shape that goes all the way across. It comes in for a EGR actuator fault code. That's that little bad boy hiding right back there, and it's in fail-safe mode, okay? So first thing I look at is gonna be a few things. Is the actuator failing? Probably. Next thing I look at is I pull the oil connections here, and if I see any oil present from the injector harness out, automatically that's going to be one of the culprits and has to be addressed, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is go underneath. Can't see it down there, but see that that's a big yellow plug. The one on the left is for the motor. The one on the right is from MCM over to cab. So I unplugged it yesterday, and it is completely full of oil. So I'm gonna show you that right now. I'm gonna go back underneath. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just put my hands in there. They're semi-clean, so put those in there. And if you see oil kind of the way it is, you gotta address that issue, guys. You can't just put another MCM on there or whatever the issue is, or put some brake cleaner. It's just not gonna work. So let's get underneath there. I'm gonna show you guys what I found and go from there. All right, guys, here we are underneath the truck itself, and there we go. So just to give you an idea, driver's side, you're gonna have this big plug right here. Okay, that's the one that goes from the MCM over to the motor, which goes pretty much all the way up and over like a spider web. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get my hand and record it. Not really much to see, and it's pretty hard to actually see what the fuck I'm doing here, guys. Here we go. So look at that. Okay, I'm just gonna rub it along here, and I'm gonna put my finger inside of it, and then you're gonna see the oil. So all that oil is what's inside. That has made its way from the harness into the MCM. So you have to address the issue, which is gonna be a new injector harness. So remember, you have the front injector harness, the rear, and then you have the MCM harness, which goes all around the motor itself, okay? We probably are gonna need a new MCM just because of the oil contamination that does go in there, and that does wreak a lot of havoc. So I gotta give the customer the news, and then we'll go from there. If he authorizes it, then we're gonna move forward. If he's not, then I'll put it back together, and then he's gonna have to kind of figure out what the hell he's gonna wanna do, since it is a bit older truck, but that's all right. Hey guys, so we are back. This is the DD13 I was showing you guys that had the oil invasion coming out from the truck. You're typically gonna find it in one of two places. Either the injector harness will bleed into the main harness, and yes, it will. Some guys said no. I've seen this many, many times. You're gonna see it on Volvos, Cummins, and DD15s. Anything that has an internal harness, in my opinion, is susceptible to getting that oil passing through. Now, you're not gonna find it on the outside of the harness, okay? You're gonna find it on the inside of the harness. Let me show you guys, okay? So this is the injector harness. This is the forward facing. That's the rear facing. You pull this little bad boy out, okay? You're gonna see a little shiny glare. You're like, oh, okay, cool. So let me clean my finger off so you guys see that there's no funny business, right? So I'm gonna do it here. Not terrible, right? But it do have some oil. Now look at this, ready? Look at that. So all this oil is coming from the injector harness, okay? Same thing is going for the rear. So look, semi-clean finger. This one is not as bad. It's got a little bit, but this is definitely the bad one. We're gonna have to replace everything. So we're gonna go with with the front and rear harness, okay? All you're gonna do is get all the accessories out of your way, make life easier on yourself. So let me get this valve cover out really quick so you guys can see what we're up against. So valve cover's out, okay? Next thing you're gonna need to do is grab your, I think it's a T25, okay? So that's the T25 is gonna work for your engine brake solenoid. Each injector, there's 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, and again, you're gonna repeat that process all the way down. Now be careful, because these are plastic, okay? So it's metal with plastic. These fuckers will break on you. They break, the little metal pieces will fall down. Make sure you go back and retrieve them. If you guys saw my previous video, we found one of those in the bottom of the oil pan. It could be nothing, it could be something, but why take that chance, guys? So again, be careful, because these are plastic. They do get brittle and they break. So again, you're gonna have 4 times 6, so 24 of these bad boys to loosen up. And you're gonna need a T5, okay? That's an Allen. So Torx and an Allen, you're gonna have a couple points of contact. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Harness comes out. You're going to repeat the process for the rear. Take that out. What I would do is definitely clean this up with a little bit of on a rag, brake cleaner. Get the new harness in, and then you're going to repeat the process. Do not over torque these bad boys. Again, it's just kind of, once it gets to there, give it a little something extra and you're done. You're not going to want to over torque it. The last thing you want to do is fuck this up. Pardon my French. You're going to mess this thing up, and then you're going to have to replace an injector. That's going to run you $1,000. So proceed with caution, just because, again, you don't want to over torque things. So we're going to go ahead and get that done. I already got the harnesses. I'm going to show you the part numbers in a second. Keep in mind, this is a DD13, okay, DD13. And different harness altogether than your DD15, but the process is still going to be the same. You don't have to worry about timing, none of that. Just get the crap out of there, clean it up, put everything back together. The valve cover gasket, I'm going to go ahead and replace it. It feels a little dry, so that's one of those things I would suggest to go ahead and get that done. You're already there, brother. Save yourself the headache of doing that shit later. So enough of that. Let me show you the part numbers. Let's get to work. Okay, guys, and here you go. Here is the rocker cover seal or valve cover gasket, whatever you guys want to call it. That's the part number, and that is specific to the DD13, not the DD15. Keep that in mind. DD13 is smaller, it's shorter. These are the injector harnesses. Okay, you're gonna have your front and rear. That's the first part number based on the VIN number, and that is the second part number. Typically, they're gonna be off just by a digit. You can tell 8333, 8233. So we're gonna go ahead and get that done. Okay, guys, so you've seen this before in my previous videos. You're gonna grab your number 5, loosen up the points of contact. This is pretty easy, very straightforward. Again, don't use any power tools. You're gonna loosen them all up. And then once you do that, you're gonna go ahead and jump into the injectors and go from there. So here, I'm just gonna loosen them all up and get everything ready for the good stuff, which again is gonna be the T25 on the injectors themselves. So here we go. Okay, 1, 2, see that little cracking? That's typically the plastic that's breaking. So you might need a magnet just in case one of these falls down. They're gonna typically fall in here. They usually won't go down to the oil pan, but be very careful. 3, 4. So again, you're gonna repeat that process. Jake brakes, and then 4 per injector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you take all that out, clean this up a little bit on a rag, brake cleaner. Same thing here, and you're gonna do the reverse process of putting it all together. I'll show you how I do it more or less, and then you guys can go from there. So let's get started. Okay, guys, so I got the first harness out. That is the front harness. This is what I was telling you about. These are all the little pieces that secure to the injectors. These are all of them that broke. So literally, you're gonna see for yourself. So be very careful when you're kind of taking these things apart because they fall. The last thing you wanna do is get that thing going down further into the truck. The next piece of advice I'm gonna give you guys, okay? As you're working on the one in the rear, because the same thing, they're all plastic, right? The shit falls apart. Get a rag, something like this, and just put it over the gears, okay? Save yourself the headache. I had one fall on me, and by the grace of the good Lord above, one of these little things fell on top of the gear right in the middle. Okay, I don't know how it did it. Didn't go all the way down, didn't get stuck. I was able to get it, but man, was I scared. So put a little rag, something like that, okay? So that way when one of these things is gonna break, the last thing you want to do is fall down where it's not supposed to go. So just work slow, you'll be fine. Again, take out the one for the Jakes, injectors, and work your way out. Once you're done, again, clean it up, reverse order, put it all back together, and then we're pretty much ready to go from there. Okay, guys, good morning. Happy Thursday. Today is gonna be part 2 of the DD13 with the oil contamination. So we did the injector harness up on top, that's all done. Next thing next is going to be the actual MCM or engine harness or ECM harness, whatever you guys want to call it. There's the part number for this particular one that we're working on. It's a DD13. It does have the, let's see, what do we got going on here? It's got the 3-piece fuel filter system. So a few things are going to be make it a lot harder to get into and work on. Number 1 is going to be, you got a sensor here. Okay, that's your fuel water separator. You got a temp sensor that's underneath the belly. It's kind of hidden. You got your quantity control valve back there. That's going to be fun to get to as well. Then you got your doser and the other bullshit back there hiding. So what I like to do, guys, very, very, not really simple, man. Just it's going to be extra work, and it is what it is. You're going to have to dig into this bad boy and really just get underneath and go, you know, get dirty. There's no other way around it. So what I like to do, and MCM is right in there. You're going to have some brackets. You're going to have some clamps. You're going to have a bunch of shit. Get all that stuff out of your way, okay? And then obviously you're gonna have to start removing the The harness, what I would recommend to do, once you get the clamps and brackets out of your way, I would get the MCM out of the way. It's gonna give you a little more room, a little more wiggle room. If you gotta get up underneath the module. To get anything else on the module, you may have to kind of look into getting in there somewhere, okay? So if you have any accessories, like the splash guard that's back here, there's a little bit of a fender piece that kind of all comes together. If that's in the way, I would recommend, highly recommend, you get all that shit out of the way, okay? There's your doser right back there. There's your fuel pump. There's a quantity control valve at the back of the fuel pump. That's gonna have to get disconnected. You have a crank sensor down there. You got a crank sensor right back up there in the corner. So yeah, this is definitely gonna be a fun job. I'm not gonna lie. Recommend, again, just be patient. The old harness, you don't have to take it out in one piece. So if you feel comfortable, guys, I would suggest cut pieces of the harness out. This way you're not really worrying about pulling everything out as once, all in one piece. I personally like to work my way near the MCM down here at the bottom. And then when I do that, I actually kind of pull the harness kind of down and out, okay? Make it a little bit easier for yourself. Anything that gets in the way, take it out. This intake, I may have to take it out just so I can get to this part of the harness a little bit easier. Guys, spend a little bit of time, you know, maybe a good 30, 40 minutes getting shit out of the way. Once you do that, it's gonna make your life a lot easier. So again, your harness itself is a one-piece harness, okay? So let me open it up. I'm gonna spread it all out, show you guys, we'll spread the harness out and go from there. So let's do that. Okay guys, quick little progress update. This is what I prefer to do. I'm probably gonna get the tire out of there. I don't know yet, depends if I can squeeze my big ass through there. If not, tire's coming out. Bumper, get that out of the way. It's literally 4 bolts on this side, 4 bolts on the other. Bumper goes forward. Take the intake out, and the idea, guys, is just to give you guys as much room as possible when you're working on this thing. This is a plastic line of coolant. Be careful with that one because it does cross over and it goes to the module. Last thing you want to do is accidentally break it, and guess what? You're gonna have coolant everywhere and it's gonna be a big mess. So anyway, get all the crap out of your way. Tony's working on the other side, so we're gonna pull the harness down underneath. We can cut whatever we don't need, so we're not really worrying about pulling it down necessarily, and just kind of working in this particular section. The fun part, again, is gonna be back there behind by the quantity control valve. I'm gonna do my best to get over there. If not, this air filter may have to come out, which is a shame because I literally just took that out yesterday and put it back in. So get all the crap out of your way. I'm gonna go underneath, start looking at some brackets, zip ties, get all that shit out of the way, make your life a lot easier, and go from there. So again, keep in mind, the oil pressure sensor is the one on the right. The one on the left is a oil temp sensor. So anyway, do all that, make your life easier. Let's get going. Guys, just wanted to show you somewhat progress that we've made. Again, this, you already saw that this harness, the top part of the harness is coming out. The bottom end of the harness, that's always going to be fun because that goes up underneath the oil pan. And I kind of wanted to show you this, see what you guys think. Remember I showed you the sensor, so you've got an oil sensor there, pressure sensor there, and I just want to show you this. Check this out, guys. You can see that little shiny bit right here by my fingernail. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can zoom in and get you guys a better, that's oil, okay? Let's see, I just had this other little bit of the harness over here. Look at that. More oil, and that's actually from the, that goes towards the coolant temp sensor that's located right there. Okay, so look at that, that actually has oil in it. All right, there you go. So oil is present throughout the entire harness, which is why we are replacing the entire harness to go with it. So once we pull that harness out, again, MCM is going to come out. More than likely that's going to have to get replaced. Unfortunately, it's just, you know, kind of what happens with this. So anything else we see along the way, we're going to need to replace. Number one, I'm definitely going to replace that oil pressure sensor. It's definitely bleeding oil out. You can see that. Oh, wait a minute. Son of a bitch. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. There we go. Look at that. Not the, there we go. So right there, that's your oil pressure sensor. A lot of that oil also coming into the main harness right there towards the MCM down there. So just showing you guys some progress. I still got a lot more work to do down underneath. And once we do that, I'm probably just gonna cut this. So I'm not trying to feed this whole thing. Well, I could probably just leave it the way it is. But down back there, you've got some zip ties, you've got some brackets. All that shit's gonna have to get out of the way so you can get the harness out completely, okay? Not terrible, but also not that fun. The doser block, that's already done. I gotta get the crank sensor disconnected, and then I gotta go to the quantity control valve and then work on the 2 sensors here on the fuel filter module. Once I do that, everything else should pretty much be straightforward. Not fun, but it'll still be straightforward. So just want to show you guys some progress. All right, guys, so here we go. MCM, this is the motor control module, ECM, whatever you guys want to call it, out of the truck. This is just kind of that electric grease, which is not really my concern. This, I don't know if you can see it, but camera's kind of showing it. See these nice silver gold pins? Everything from here down is kind of covered in oil. I mean, that is a lot of freaking oil, guys. Look at that. Oil, oil, oil. Actually, that does illustrate it pretty well. You can see, look at that. Half of this shit submerged in oil, or part of it oil. Half of it is pretty clean. So, it looks like we're gonna need a new MCM to go with this repair, to go with it. I mean, so I can only imagine that it's gotten into the MCM and is kind of shorting things out. That still doesn't fix necessarily our EGR actuator problem. But again, you got to eliminate the problems or the contamination source, the source of the contamination, which in this case, injector harness, that's done. MCM harness, that's coming out right now, probably in the next 30 minutes or so. The fun part is the quantity control valve. Wait till you get to that one. Oh yeah. Got this out of the way. It just gives me a lot more room underneath to work on. So again, take a quick look at that. Let's go from there, guys. So I've still got a lot of work to do. All right, guys, so we finally got the harness out. A lot of fun. I started this color, ended up this way, full of oil, grease. That just comes with the territory, guys. So that's part of the harness that's on the outside by the turbo. This is the rest of the engine harness in pieces. So as I mentioned, guys, it's easier just to cut it out and get it out of the way. And just to kind of show you, this is the main 121 pin that goes to the MCM. And I hope the camera's gonna show all that. That's all oil, man. So everything in here is full of oil. This goes to the cab side, that's full of oil. These are, hold on, there we go. Oil pressure sensor here, temperature sensor right there for the coolant inlet. Here is the oil temp sensor, and that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So kind of just give you guys an idea as to what it's gonna take to get this done. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna put this thing all back together, get the entire harness back into place. MCM is gonna have to get ordered from Freightliner, and then they're gonna have to program it. I'm not sure how much that's gonna run, but you know, it's an older EPA10, so it's gonna be a little less expensive than it would be your GHG14 or your GHG17. So just to give you an idea, again, you're gonna see, you can see that there. I mean, you can see the different coloring. So anyway, less talk, take a quick break. We'll be back. We'll get this thing all back in together, and we'll go from there. Again, the hardest part or the most uncomfortable part is working on the back section there. I do have one more plug that I had to cut, but goes to a pressure sensor here on the fuel. It's right between those two lines. So I'm gonna have fun taking that out. But like I said, it's break time. We'll be back.